Alrighty, well, coming up here on Mountain News this morning, county and state leaders gathered to discuss what should be done with a massive payout to the Commonwealth received from a legal settlement. And a special star-studded concert is held in one Kentucky city to raise some major money to help our region continue recovering after disaster struck this past summer.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Well, good morning to you. It's Wednesday here. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning to you. Let's head over to Letcher County where we find Brandon Robinson this morning. Brandon, it's well, I don't know if it's chilly or what you would call it outside. Well, I guess kind of chilly.
It's cool. It's cooler. Let's put it that way. Yeah. No 30s this morning, but we are tracking the possibility for some showers and storms a little bit later today. So we're going to continue to watch that trend. See a little bit of rain on live pinpoint Doppler radar back into central Kentucky this morning. But for the most part, not out there yet. Let's take a look at our temperatures, as Dakota alluded to. 40s and 50s out there this morning, seeing 45 in Middlesboro and Manchester. Those are our coolest spots, along with 42 in Clintwood. And then it looks like 56 is a popular number. Jackson, Prestonsburg, and Pikeville this morning. I'm trying to see if I see anybody else warmer. Nope, looks like the warmest there, except for Lexington and Louisville in the 60s. Now we see these winds are starting to come in out of the south, so that's going to bring us some warm air in a little bit later today. So keep that in mind. Models back and forth conflicted, but I do believe we start the day dry, a mix of clouds and sun. Some of you may wake up to a little bit of sunrise. Some of you may wake up to some cloud cover. But regardless, you're going to see breezy conditions off and on throughout the day. We'll make it into the mid-70s this afternoon, and the showers and storms will pick up as the cold front approaches later today. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and officials say 2.3 million women around the world are affected by the disease each year. Our Olivia Calfee talked with a local healthcare worker about what women need to know.
Officials with the National Breast Cancer Foundation say 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in their lifetime. Kristen Hurt with the ARH Breast Center says it is vital for women to catch it early.
Early detection is key with breast cancer, so if you are consistently doing your yearly mammograms, it's easier to catch things earlier.
She says another important thing for women to do is monthly self-breast exams to check for any changes.
A lump is one of the most common symptoms that you may get. Sometimes you won't have any symptoms at all, but it is important to do those monthly breast exams so you can see if there's any changes, such as nipple discharge, a lump in the breast, any painful areas.
If you find a lump during your self-exam, contact your doctor immediately.
The survival rate when breast cancer is caught in stage 1 is like 99%.
And remember, if you were diagnosed with breast cancer,
just know that you have so many people here for you, here rallying with you, and just to be strong, and that there's so many people that are going through this, and I know it's hard and I know it's tough right now, but you will get through it and you will come out stronger.
You are not alone. In Perry County, Olivia Calfee, WYMT Mountain News.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month was created in 1985 to promote screening and prevention of the disease. A Kentucky commission was formed to find the best way to spend millions of dollars in opioid settlement money. It hosted a town hall meeting at the Forum here in Hazard yesterday, hoping to hear from those most affected by the opioid crisis. Attorney General Daniel Cameron formed the Opioid Abatement Advisory Commission in June to find the best way to use $240 million in settlement money. Brian Hubbard is the chairman of the commission. He says it's important to hear the stories of those who have been impacted.
We want to make sure that we bring the nature and extent of this problem out into the full open so that the folks in this state can understand how it happens, how we got here, and what we've got to do to make sure that the next 25 years don't look like the past 25 years.
Well, the next town hall is scheduled for October 26th at the UK Student Center in Lexington. Thousands of country music fans filled Rupp Arena Tuesday night to see a star-studded lineup featuring musicians who were born and raised right here in the Commonwealth. The Kentucky Rising concert was held to raise some major funds to help the people of Eastern Kentucky continue to rebuild and recover after the flooding in late July. Bailey Richards, well, she lives in Hazard. She says she and several other Eastern Kentuckians headed to Lexington. They attended a pre-party before the concert. Here's what she had to say yesterday about the performers, Chris Stapleton, Dwight Yoakam, and Tyler Childers.
Especially these three guys, is they were here. They showed up. They didn't make any fanfare. They didn't make any huge announcements. They just showed up, did the work, and they were doing that before the concert. So I really believe that their hearts are in the right place with this because they've already been doing this. They've been involved from the beginning.
Richards works on long-term recovery efforts here in Perry County. She says that work is just beginning and will take some time. She wants people impacted by flooding to know they will not be forgotten. Well, the flood recovery efforts continue here in our region. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet posted this video on Facebook yesterday. It shows crews repairing just one of the hundreds of bridges damaged. The state inspected more than 1,000 bridges. About 100 needed repairs or replacement. Churchgoers and organizations gathered in Pikeville yesterday, coming together for the mountains. Well, they were part of a summit all about church growing and changing the culture. They were invited to brainstorm ways to get more people involved by planting more places for them to come together. Local pastors say it was all about growing the kingdom and making the region a better place, and that is bigger than one church.
There's no competition in being a Christian, so I want every church to succeed. I want every church to grow, and I want to see people's lives be changed.
Well, those involved say the summit was a success, and it was nice to see so many people willing to step out in faith. They hope more churches will be planted in the area as a result. Well, Tuesday marked 1 week since the death of the country music queen. People from across the region and the country continue to travel to Eastern Kentucky to pay their respects. Miss Loretta Lynn died on October 4th at the age of 90. Ever since, officials say thousands have made their way to Butcher Holler to tour the home place. We caught up with a couple who traveled nearly 3 hours to pay their respects to the Queen of Country and say they are huge fans.
This is my third visit here, and we've watched Coal Miner's Daughter countless times and just had to come here and pay our respects.
Huge fans.
Yeah.
Kind of grew up listening to her, you know, so.
Fans say Loretta Lynn's music just made you feel special, and heaven sounds just a bit sweeter now. Loretta was buried Friday during a private service at her ranch in Tennessee. Plans are in the works for a public memorial service, and of course we'll let you know when that is. Well, thank you so much for getting your Wednesday morning started with us here on Mountain News This Morning. When we come back, scientists uncover what they're calling a massive graveyard out in space, where remnants of stars of the past can be found in our very own galaxy.
And the forecast continues to pick up as a cold front approaches our region a little bit later on. I'll tell you what that could bring here in about 3 minutes.